Well, today you find us at the beach, but we're at the beach in Shropshire. And we've come to a duck race, and we're at a beach. It's a very stony beach at the side of the River Severn. But it does have a very festive, beachy atmosphere, holiday beach atmosphere. And there's children and canoes and dogs, lots of dogs, and Diamond's here. And this is part of her socialisation, and it's been really, really good for her because she's met dogs on lead. Unfortunately, obviously we're in a crowd, there's dogs on lead. Off lead, she's met lots of people, she's seen lots of things going on, smelled lots of things. We're right at the side of the river now. There's dogs and children milling about, and they're about to chuck the ducks into the river. That's not cruel because they're plastic ducks. And then we've all bought a duck, bought a duck number really, and I think the winner gets about £50, so it's quite exciting. I don't think that it's very exciting for Diamond, but that's okay. She's excited to mess about in the gravel, the shingle. She's found some interesting shells and a mussel shell. There's freshwater mussels apparently. She managed to find one. She was very pleased with herself with that little prize. So we're having a nice day messing about by the river. One of the things I love to see when you're at a day like this where people put their dogs out in public is how much they are part of the family. There's people lifting their dogs up to have a look over the side of the bridge. Not dangerously close to the side of the bridge, but you know what I mean, lifting them up over so they can see it over the bridge side, see what's going on. There's people paddling with them, eating with them, just really making them part of the family. And in fact, one guy had a really great idea because he trained his dog to put their paws up on his arms to take a selfie with, and I thought that was really cool. And, you know, I just love, hashtag dogs are family.
That was a smashing day, and I think those plastic ducks must tour Shropshire during the duck race season, as they're chucked into rivers all over the county and maybe further afield. I wonder where they spend the winter. I imagine they migrate to be tucked up cosy in someone's shed. But after that lovely day out, it was back to the usual routine.
It's Wednesday the 10th of July. We're 4 minutes into Wednesday the 10th of July. Yet again, I'm out in the garden in the early hours, waiting for Diamond to pee or poo. Actually, waiting for her to poo because she's already peed, to be precise. Peeing and pooing is still an issue. We haven't cracked toilet training yet, but that's okay because we will in the long run. So that I'm fairly relaxed about. I'm not very relaxed when I'm actually clearing stuff up, and I'm like, oh no, for the 10th time today I'm cleaning stuff up. But in general, overall, I'm relaxed about it. So that's okay. And actually, the biting and, puppy nipping, whatever you want to call it, is a lot better. And most of the time her attitude is great. That's a bad way of putting it, her attitude. She never had an attitude problem. She was just being a puppy and doing what puppies do and chewing and, it wasn't. That's the trouble. It's so easy to perceive it as an attitude thing, and it really isn't. She's just being a puppy, and I find that it's really, really difficult because at the moment she's very, very Jekyll and Hyde, and she can be absolutely adorable and so soft and affectionate. It just breaks your heart, it's just so touching. And then suddenly, I don't know, it's whether her blood sugar goes down or she gets tired or a burst of energy or whatever happens, and suddenly she will be biting your finger as hard as she can and doing the terrier shake with it, ragging, and it really, really hurts. And I find that so difficult because it blooming hurts, and my instinct is to defend myself, and you mustn't react, and you certainly mustn't defend yourself. So I really find that difficult, and I try and just redirect onto a toy or distract with a toy or a treat. But I find that because it really does hurt, and I don't like that. So I try and avoid that. And as soon as she starts biting, I'm sort of saying, oh, hang on, let's get this, let's distract you, and also, let's, okay, that's time on my lap is over now, or time doing, playing with, well, not so much playing because obviously you've got to redirect to a toy, but the nice time finishes. If we're cuddling and you're on my lap, well, no, that's it, that's at an end, I'm just going to put you on the floor. So it's really, really difficult to stay in control and sort of cope with that. And I struggle with that. I do. That's really, really difficult. And it's so hard not to take it personally. Because at times she will look me straight in the eye, bite hard and shake my finger, and it really hurts. or she'll be biting at my arm and it feels nasty. It feels like nastily, but she's just being a puppy. But I find that so difficult, because at the end of the day you think, I love you so much, and clearly you hate me. And it isn't that at all. She does love me. She's desperate. She loves all of us. She's desperate to have company, to be in our company, to be touching us, to be interacting with us. And when I say us, I mean the 4 humans and the dog, Mischief. And she loves us all, and she wags her tail when she sees us, and she's desperate to get to be with us and to interact. But she's a puppy, and puppies are wonderful and horrible all at the same time. And the wonderful is getting more. Definitely, we're definitely having times when she's wonderful with Mischief. She's wonderful with us. She's just wonderful, just hanging around the house, chilling, relaxing, whatever, just being. So we're definitely having more good times, and that's nice. And the times that I really love are when, I really love when she's on my lap and she's, soft and affectionate. But I also really love it when we're in the garden or we're in the house and I'm just chilling out with 2 dogs, because we haven't had 2 dogs for so long. And that just feels really, really nice and natural and familiar, just to be chilling out with 2 dogs. And to be able to say the dogs again it just gives me a happy little kick every time, the dogs. And that was what I was after. I think it's just been a surprise how long it took us to get there. And maybe, I think I do look back with rose-tinted spectacles, and I do think I think that Buddy and Star were easier than they were. And we've had lots of conversations about what little swines they were, actually. And puppies are horrible little swines, self-centred, and they feel like they're being nasty to you. They bite, they pee, they poo. They're very self-willed, but they're just doing what comes naturally, and it's not from a nasty place at all. And it's just difficult to live through. And to be patient and to be kind and all the things, you have to be. It's difficult. So there you go. That's where we are. I'm just going to walk across and see whether that was a little poo that happened then. And it was, yay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats and guinea pigs and goldfish, that's it. We have a poo. So I'm going to clear that up now, and then it's going to be bedtime. And then we get some sleep, and then we get up in the morning and we do it all over again. More of the same, but getting a bit better every day. Hopefully that's the plan.
That's a good plan. But even the best laid plans get derailed.
And you join me now on the way to the vets. I was sitting with Diamond on my lap, just fussing her. She had had a bath, so her fur was wet, which may have made it thinner. And I found a little abnormality on the skin. So I parted the fur and looked at it, and it's a little tiny lump. Now, I can't, even with my glasses on, I can't see well enough whether it's a tick or just a little skin tag, kind of thing. I suspect it's a tick. I do have one of those special little tools for taking ticks out, but of course, I don't know where it is. So, I'm on the way to the vet to buy a tick removal device, because one of the things I do know, I don't know much, but one of the things I do know is that you must get the whole tick out. If you just pull it out with your fingers, it's likely that you leave the head and you only get the body, and then that keeps bleeding. I don't think it's a good idea. I have read that it's not a good idea to just, it's definitely not a good idea to just pull the tick out with your hand, with your fingers or your nails or whatever. You have to get the special tool, and you have to put it on and twist and make sure that you get the whole horrible little tick out. I know that ticks probably have a vital role to play in the ecosystem, and I should probably take it out and just let it run free. My current plan, if it is a tick, is to destroy it in some way. I may crush it, I may burn it, I may crush it and then burn it. What do you do if your dog gets a tick? And do you know, do ticks play a vital role in the ecosystem? What do they do? They prevent too much blood building up in people and dogs and things? I don't know. I know they can spread Lyme disease. They're quite a nasty little icky thing. I certainly don't want one on my dog. So I'm off to the vets to get the tick removal tool, and then Mr. Dogcast will help me have a better look at whatever it is on Diamond. It's on her sort of right shoulder area, and we will take the appropriate measures.
It turned out the offending item was a grass seed, but rest assured, we removed, crushed, burned and flushed that grass seed right away.
This has been the inane ramblings of a puppy owner, with Julie Hill, and sometimes with Diamond the Papillon, and often with Mischief the German Spitzklein. You can find our regular podcasts at dogcastradio.com. And if you have a dog, whatever you're going through with your dog, I'd love to hear from you.